Okay. How was your day? You look cozy.
My body hurt.
uh,
That's what it is. My day was good. I mean, it was busy at work,
right.
uh, but other than that, it was a good day overall for me.
That's good. Just your
Can't really,
body.
can't I can't even explain why. Yeah, it's I got I was having I started fasting and stuff like that, and it's like different things that happen, different situations, and then I had different conversations with people, and God allowed use me to speak to people and say some things, and and just really show who God is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been good, but then the crazy thing is that I got shingles.
Mm.
Out of nowhere, so it's like all in here, and like it's in here, like it's like little outbreaks start coming out. So when you have shingles, it's like you have a lot of the shingles don't hurt. It's the nerve pain that
Right.
hurt. It's like electrical shocks, like poof, like into my, or it's like through my body, whatever it case it be, like or everything feel like it's on fire or itches. Like that's how it is because it's on nerves. It's on your
Right.
nerves. It's like intense, and I was laughing. Cause I'm like, yo, enemy, yo, you really be trying to. I said, so God, you want to tell this dude to really come at me like Joel for real?
Mm. Yeah.
Like this was going on. I was just laughing because I'm just like, I refuse. I refuse to curse God. Like
Right.
I'm like through all of it is like it's like more and more he has you talking more and 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 more, and you just like getting closer to him. And it's just like when God is really about to move and do something in your life, it's just like it seems like all these different things start to happen at new certain times. The enemy might attack this, come after your family, mess with your health, all the different things he know that you might need, mess with your car, your money, whatever. To think that you're gonna disconnect yourself or be distracted from what it is that
Right.
God have you doing, especially when you have a made up mind to not go back to what used to be or how you used to think, but actually operating in the true purpose and in the purpose and who God called you to be. It's
Mm-hmm.
such a difference. And it's just like I can't help but laugh because like I said, if I was in an old mindset, I would have canceled.
Right.
If I was in an old mindset, I would have I'd have been like just like accepting the pain as some yet again something else. But this time I'm like, okay, this purpose in this purpose in my pain. That's
Oh
all
yeah.
I've been telling myself. There's purpose in my pain, so it's necessary. I'm not gonna stop. This ain't gonna stop me. This too shall pass. There's purpose in my pain.
Yeah.
So whether it be physical pain, whether it be spiritual pain, there's a purpose in the pain and the things that you endure. You gotta look at it when you look at it in the mindset of when you're free. It's nothing that the enemy can't use at you. You know what I mean? But you got to know that the attacks is going to come. So is the testing of the enemy. If he did to Jesus, he's going to try to tempt you.
That's right. That's right.
But it's got to come a time when you got to be like Jesus. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And everything. Every time he come at you, you come back. And like what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you get to that place in your life, that's when you're like, okay, God be like, okay, I told you I could use her. I knew it. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
knew I knew. So it's like I was just waiting for her to know it too. That's what
Right.
it all boils down to. I just waiting for us to know it, and you push through it, and you still serve, and you still speak,
Right.
even when you weary, even when something happens, and you still do what God called you to do. You don't let it stop you or deter you from the course of what He has for you.
That's true.
Just process. That's just a little tidbit. But
Yeah.
anywho, how
But
are
but
you?
are you stressed because can shingles be on an onset of yeah.
But that's just it. Like that's the crazy thing about it. That's the best part of the testimony. I knew that when as soon as the shingle started to come out, I knew what it was, and I said to myself, you got stress, but
Mhm.
you don't. But because you're not, folks, is in your mind. It's in my mind. I'm overthinking about it. I said you got to get rid of it. You got to get rid of it because look, it's affecting your body.
Right.
And I just went to a place and I just started praying. I just stopped what I was doing immediately, and I just started praying. I started praying. I started crying. I said, God, I give it to you. I refuse to let allow myself to break down. I said, but at the same time, it was like I was trying to fight it. It was somewhere in my subconscious, and I
Mm.
had to really get back into that place with God, because sometimes you forget, and little things slide in there, little
Well,
things.
not even forget you got busy with work.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And it's just like, certain things. And then the craziest thing is, when I was asking God to take away, I knew I was able to identify my stressor. I knew exactly what it was. I knew exactly what it was. I knew exactly what it was. And I identified it immediately as soon as I knew what it was.
Right.
And that's when I just started laughing. I really started laughing, like, "Whoa, enemy, you like, it's like it's always something to that place." But when it's growth, I can't help but be excited, or not even excited, just happy.
Yeah.
Happy that I was identifying, happy that I was able to not, to embrace it and not, like, let it to defeat me.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to, like, even in the pain when it hurts, I sit here and I'll be like touching certain spots, and I'll be like, Jesus, like, that's how because it hurts, but I just like, Jesus. It's not a murmur complaint like, ow, I'm in so much pain, ow, this hurt. No, it's just like, Jesus,
Right.
like that's it. So it's a different mindset. It's not a murmur complaint, but it's a calling on my healer, and
Yeah.
trust. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when you're awakened, and you just like, and when I say awakened, I mean spiritually. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you get into that place of really like, okay, God, I gotta trust you in everything. I really, really do. I really do trust you. I really, really do understand you. I see you in everything, and I see what you've been trying to do all this time,
Mm-hmm.
and with me. So whatever comes at me, I'm gonna still serve you. And then that's the first thing I did. I thought of Job, and I'm just like, when this man got sores and boils all over his
Right.
body, and everything going on in his life, he's still refuse to curse God. Okay, God, if this is what's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, when I leave here, I'm gonna still leave here loving you. I'm gonna,
Right.
you know what I mean? Still leave here believing in who you are and what you said. Maybe I had some faults and some faults, so of my own, but it ain't nothing of you.
Right.
And
Right.
and that's what I said, ain't nothing you did, God, because all you ever did was love me.
That's right.
All
It
you
was
ever did
still
was
good.
show me how you love, and to love others. You were just trying to heal me. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I would never, you know,
It's okay.
I would never, excuse me, I would never disown God.
Right.
I would never discredit God. And even with the time in my life where I was angry with God, and He knew I was angry. And when I brought it to Him, and I just presented it to Him, He forgave me, because I felt bad. I was angry with you, God, because you did do da da da. And I know
Right.
I'm not the only person that's ever been angry with God for something,
Right.
or but it's just like, I would never leave Him.
Right.
I would never discredit Him, or what I'm saying, or talk bad about Him. If
Right.
anything, I'm gonna praise Him even more, because I know it's something greater.
Right. I think it's also I think the devil also uses things in our, let's not even say it's the devil. We know the devil is ever present. We know he's real. We know
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
cunning and sly and slick and will do anything and everything to throw us off our game. But it's also, like you said, it's your body telling you this is stressing you out. You need to figure out how to balance it.
yeah. That's exactly what I've been talking to God about. Balance. I need balance.
Yeah.
I need balance, and it's so and I said that I need some balance, because it's just like, it's just been so busy, and I've just been piling a lot on, just trying
Hmm.
to do this, and this, and this, and this, and piling so much on, and taking on some things that I know I shouldn't be taking on. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
They're
So
they're
I do that, and
and
it's something that I took on that's overdue.
oh, okay. But see, I also feel like that's a huge stressor as well, as when we, because you hit the ground running. When you got your job, you just hit the ground running. I don't think you
Mhm.
even took a second to breathe. You just kept
Nope.
it moving, and then Christmas came, Thanksgiving came, Christmas came. Holidays come, and holidays are our stressor already. You know what I mean? You have all this other stuff on top of it, and we just tend to like pile on another thing, and oh yeah, I could do that, and pile on this, and all this other stuff, not realizing that maybe we should just be still and pause and rest.
Yeah.
So you got to listen to your body, because your body is telling you, hey, You need to rest. You need to take a little breather, a little break,
Very true.
and
Because sometimes
rest.
you do, but sometimes you do. You
Oh
run.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, and it's just sometimes I'm saying it's enough hours in a day.
No. No.
And I'm that person like I could run on fumes. Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, I do. I do because I just came off of running on fumes, and I literally got to the point of where I almost like I kept saying I got to stretch and pray because I was not going bananas, but I just felt like nothing I was doing everything, but I was getting nothing done. And
Oh,
I
I
don't,
know what you mean.
huh?
I know exactly what you mean. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And I don't like that feeling because I'm a very task oriented person. You know what I mean? So when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And then I realized, okay, Terry, well, you just trying to do too much.
Yeah,
And if you start this project, you got to finish it before you start another project.
yeah,
But then I also realize when thoughts come to my mind, it doesn't mean that I need to immediately act on them, but I do need to immediately write them down,
yes,
almost like a checklist, so that when I do go back to that checklist, I'm like, oh, I got time for this. I can do this now. But I got
yeah.
to stay focused on the tasks that I have that I'm working on right then and there
If not, you're gonna be doing 50, 11 things.
and getting nothing done.
Yep.
And then feeling sorry for myself because I'm like, woe is me. I'm not succeeding. I'm not getting anything done. There's nothing happening. My body is breaking down. I'm depressed. My you know what I mean? My anxiety is all over the place. I'm crying out of nowhere. All this other stuff when I really should just pump my brakes
Yeah,
and reevaluate, reassess, readjust as many times as you need to so that your body can heal. Because we forget when we give so much to people, and that's even in our ministry. We can give a word to this person, give a word to that person, you know what I mean, minister to this person, minister to but who is pouring into us? Are we being poured into? Are we giving from our cup, or are we giving from our overflow? Like you said, are we running on fumes and we still giving? That's not possible.
yeah,
It shouldn't be something that's even in our vocabulary,
yeah.
in our repertoire. Shouldn't be.
Very true.
If I'm not filled, I can't help you. I got
Yeah,
one friend who knows if I don't answer you for weeks, it's because I can't handle what you're going through right now. I need to be filled up and overflowed in order to help you,
yeah.
in order to be there for you. Because some people carry a lot. Even
Hmm.
if it's just through text messages, you can feel that energy, and it's a lot of energy, and you're not realizing that you're carrying their weight, and then you're
Yeah,
carrying more weight, and you're carrying more weight, and your back is getting heavy with weight, and you're forgetting to give that up to God. God's yoke is easy and his burden is light. Other people's burdens are heavy.
true. And you know, it's I was I really thought I was how you feel good in that way and you thinking you're good in that particular way, but it can be like one thing.
Mhm.
And and I but I really have been into a place where I will say spiritually I've been keeping myself fed. Spiritually I've been trying to keep myself filled up in that particular way.
Okay.
Um but it's just like still constantly running. And I'm just trying to figure out how sometimes I've been trying to figure out how to fit everything into 1 or 2 days.
Right.
And that's the thing, like you're just taking on too much.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm spiritually I'm filled. It's everything else. So I'm just like I got to get my spiritual. When this happened, I have to recognize and realize, okay, you got to get your spiritual to overflow into your natural.
Hmm.
That's my thing. Is like you need peace. You know what I mean.
Right.
You need time. You need a break. You need to you know step back and recognize and realize. So I had to do that
Yeah.
because it was and it's I don't know. It's just like I just sometimes you gotta just really just recognize and realize, okay, God, spiritually I'm growing, but at the same time, I've still got all these things happening naturally.
Yeah.
And I know you're gonna take care of it, and I'm doing my best not to worry about it. But I gotta allow how I'm lining up with you spiritually to take care of that for me. That way, and then you're in my subconscious, and I need you in my subconscious, and not this. That's what it is. And it's just like sometimes, because it's like, when you have, if he's in my subconscious, then he's gonna overtake the other stuff that's trying to, you know what I mean? If
I
I make
do,
if I
but
make
what I hear? I
what?
hear my spiritual is taken care of, but my natural, I'm still trying to control it. My natural, I'm still trying to make things happen. And my natural, I'm still trying to be all for everybody. When God is telling you to let me handle it, let me guide your day, let me tell you what you need to be doing for the day. If you already planned your day and something comes on top and you're trying to squeeze it in, God, is this what you want me to do? And then let him answer. Let me take that time to reevaluate. It just happened to me. I knew I should have waited to um respond to this text. And I heard it. I always say God said, because I heard God's voice say, just wait until the morning to respond. And I was like, no, I got this. You know what I mean? In my own flesh. I got this. I know what time we good, it'd be good. Not less than an hour and a half after I send the text and the time, I get email that my daughter Phoenix is in competition. So one of the dances, they added an extra rehearsal on the day and the time. I said I would be able to do something. And I was like, see, I said, okay, God, all right, I should have listened. You know what I mean? Because it was loud. It wasn't a small
Yeah.
whisper. It was like, you wait. Because, you know how things operate once you've been in it for a while. You know how they tend to operate. Um, and I was like, I should have just listened. I even sent them in the text. I was like, I should have just waited like I knew I should have to answer this. But, and thank God, the person was gracious enough to be like, hey, yeah, I can adjust the time. Thank God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I could have avoided that whole scenario if I would have just listened. If I would have just
True.
waited. That whole stress of, you know what I mean? That whole um energy shift, whatever, you know what I mean? If I just would have waited, if I
Yeah.
just would have listened
Very
and
true.
not tried to do things in my own accord. Because I feel like,
Yeah.
and I can only talk about myself, what I've experienced recently is I tried to do so many things in my own accord and try to construct and operate and puppeteer certain things, not in a negative way, but in a, okay, I needed to go this way in order for it to flow to make balance. I've been trying to make balance instead of allowing God to
Give me
balance those
balance.
scales.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. You're right.
Yeah.
And every time I try to make balance for myself, is I'm always unbalanced, or I'm over, or it's just too much on my plate, or I put too much in a day and I'm trying to stretch it. Or my thing is, I planned all these things out for the day. I'm gonna do this, and this. I can meet you at this time, but then after that, I'll meet you at this time. Oh, and I'll take care of this. We can do this time. And my thing is like the first time is overlapping, so it's like now I got to rush to get to the other place, and or the other person running behind. So now I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, don't you understand? Like, y'all didn't mess with my plan. I planned to do an hour with you, 45 minutes with you. And you know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
like, okay, like who told you that was gonna go to plan like
Right.
that?
Right.
So it is like that at times, but we do try to, and because we try to squeeze so much in.
Mm-hmm.
You try to do so much because you just feel like sometimes enough hours in the day, and you just like, I don't feel like putting all this on this particular day or doing
Right.
this. I just want to do it now,
Get it done
get it
now.
over it,
Yep.
be done with it.
Yep.
So
Yep. But your body doesn't work that way. You know what I
it's
mean? And especially as
even
we're
though my
getting
mind
older.
thinks to do,
Yeah, your mind is
yeah,
still young. Your mind is still
yeah,
moving and shaking. I could do this, I could do that. But your body's saying, hey, we're not so young anymore.
yes,
You know what I mean? You need to slow down just a little bit.
very true, very
Take a
very true.
yeah, take a break just a little bit. Rest just a little bit longer.
It's gonna be
And
okay.
yeah, and it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's
And I was
okay. And
like,
I don't allow
okay.
anybody to make me feel bad for resting. If I just binge watched a show 2 days straight, I needed that. In my
Yeah.
bed, I needed that.
Yeah.
Because my body is telling me, hey, you need to just relax.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Just lay like broccoli. I know.
Yes. Yes. And I even to the point of where after the holiday season, the my oldest went back to school, but her dance school was on virtual the whole entire week, and I was like, thank God, you know what I mean, that I wasn't just going back to that hustle
Like,
and bustle. But then she had a
yeah.
Saturday class, and everything inside of my body screamed, "Do not go to this class." And in my head, I was like, okay, well, I can make it. You know what I mean? We'll just get there. I'll sit in the car. But then I thought about it and I was like, I even said it out loud to her. I said, listen, everything in my body is screaming, do not go. We are not going. And she was okay with it. You know what I mean? Like she was good. I know
Yeah.
she really wanted to go, but she was okay. And I'm glad we did not go because we both needed that day to just finish resetting and getting ourselves back together. And I was at the end of the day, I said, man, I'm so thankful I didn't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So thankful. Cause when I get tired, my mouth gets messy. You know what I mean?
Mm.
My attitude gets all crabby. I'm not eating right. I'm not taking care of my body right. And
That, yeah, that's me. Not eating right. It's like when it's just like, and it's like now that we're, and then I'm fasting, it's just like
right,
I know how. I don't get me wrong. I know how to fast. I know what to eat, what not to eat. I don't have the strength to cook nothing.
right.
So it's just like, oh, I'll just grab this and
Hmm.
I'll eat like a banana, or I'll just have a smoothie, and then that sustains me all day. But it really isn't enough. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, I'm just like, I don't want to cook.
Right,
I don't want nothing. I don't want to order nothing. I don't want to. I just no. I
right.
just a smoothie is good enough for me. I'm just thirsty. Like that's what my mind said. I'm just thirsty, so I just drink, 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 drink. But then my body is already like lacking, so I'm just like, so I'm not eating right and taking care of myself right, and I'm just
Yeah.
like tired.
Tired.
And I
Yeah.
guess that's what it is. So he's like run down, and my body's like, okay, if you want me to continue to work with you, sis, I'm gonna need you to do some stuff. And but it's the same thing with us spiritually. Like, when we get burnt out, or or you can't allow yourself to get burnt out.
Hmm.
Because you're doing so much for the church and you're doing this and the other, that you so burnt out that okay, now God can't use you when he needs to. So
Nope.
he needs you eating, he needs you eating, he needs you strong, he needs you, getting your nutrients in. So he needs you to be, standing strong so he can send you where he needs to send you.
Hmm.
He needs us to be he needs our mind to be sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like I notice that's one of the things when I'm burnt out, my mind isn't as sharp as it normally is.
That's
I
right. You
just
get
be
foggy
like,
brain.
yeah, that's exactly what I get. I get
Hmm.
foggy brain. That's exactly it. But when I'm taking care of myself the right way and getting enough sleep and doing this and the other, then it's like, okay, my mind is sharp as what I mean, as
Right.
a tack. But
It's
any other
attack.
time
Yeah.
I'll be like scatterbrain. I'll be
Right.
like, what was I talking about again? Like I can't that because, but then my thing is when you do that, like spiritually, then that's how the enemy gets in. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? He gets into your mindset because you're not being alert. You don't got your helmet on. You don't got your, you don't got your full armor on.
Full
So
armor.
you distracted and boom, boom, he gets you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how
Yep.
he gets you. You know what I mean? When you fall off or something like that, and that's where you got to be with you. It's true. We got to take care of ourselves better. And I even told myself that. So you got to do better.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
do.
I mean,
You
I
got to do better.
I had to say it to myself as well too. You're not the only one, and we're not the only ones. You know what I mean? The holidays really come look, think about it. The holidays come right after the summertime. The summertime was when you like, yeah, it's nice outside. We out here, we doing this, we eating that, we going here, we going there, and then all of a sudden here come the holidays and we out there, we doing that. The world knows what they doing. They know how to run us down
Mm.
so that we're weak and fat and unnourished, you know what I mean? And not able to really dig into God the way we're supposed to. So it's good that the fast happens at the beginning of the new year so that
Yeah.
you can really just detox.
Yes. But and that's it. It's like, and then I can detox. I can cleanse myself every way I need to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you just replenish and refresh and refresh. And it's just like, okay, I've been eating the word and really in my word. I don't always am anyway, but it's just
Yeah.
like even so. But it's just like, okay, but my body is just like drained.
Yeah.
I really felt like that doggone. You ever seen that VA? It's an old VA commercial, and the man would just be dragging.
I
across
think
the
so. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a yes. That's
He say he needed to be eight, but he would be just dragging himself. Like
yes.
that's how I was today coming home from work. Like I was just dragging myself. My daughter called me on the phone. She's like, what's wrong with you?" I was like, "Nothing." She
Hmm.
was like,
Even your tone,
"Okay,
and you don't
something's wrong."
realize it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just she was
Hmm.
like, "No, something's wrong with you." I was like, "No, it's not." And I was
Yeah.
like, "I'm just really, really
Tired.
tired.
Yep.
Really, really tired."
Yep.
And she was just like, "Oh, mom, you just like you sound horrible." I was like, "No, I'm fine. I'm just tired. It's just like I'm drained."
Yeah.
And
Your
it's just like
body.
I know I need to be replenished. I need to be rejuvenated. I really got to get myself back. I got to get myself back because I can't be alive one way and off another way. So
Yes.
I need everything. It needs to be lined up.
Yeah.
It
I
needs
mean,
to
it
be
could
lined
be also double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And put that in the
up.
natural. Your spiritual
Yeah.
can't be all pumped up while your physical is all
Blah.
messy.
Blah.
Or
My
blah.
physical, my physical just like blah.
Yeah. Oh, I know the feeling. I'm sis, when I tell you I literally just came out of that feeling, I literally just came out of that feeling. And I was just like, Lord, what is going on? My body was just like, bleh.
Yeah, and you know what? I picked up on my job too well, because now because they see me doing so much stuff like what I'm doing, they ask me to do something else and they ask me to
Mhm.
do something else, and I say it's a blessed burden when you know how to do stuff
Right.
sometimes, because it's just like oh and you can do that, so it's like you're a little burnt out, and it's just like okay.
Yeah,
So
but
I told once again I said you know what I can't do nothing else. I'm doing this.
mm, yeah,
I'm not I can't do this. I have to finish what I'm doing, and this I can't do no more.
yeah. Don't let
Yeah.
them
So
exploit you. Because the job market is there's such a labor shortage. And even before the pandemic, there was a labor shortage and
uh,
businesses still exploited their employees. But don't let them exploit you because your work ethic is phenomenal and they don't have many people with that work ethic, so they want to try to just pour it all on you. You have to set your boundaries.
yes, yeah,
Like I tell some people
absolutely,
sometimes, don't go in there full force. I don't go in there full force like, oh, I could do da, da, da. No, let's ease into this
yeah,
because you still only get paid a certain amount.
yeah. And my youngest daughter, she was like, "Don't overdo it,"
That's
and I
right.
was like, "I'm not." She's like, "I'm not playing with you," because like I know if sometimes if I do overdo it, I have like problems like those episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I have they come more frequent.
Mm-hmm.
And that was happening too. So when I get episodes, they're very draining,
Mm-hmm.
and then it takes a while before I can. Like it's like sometimes it takes days, but when they've been coming, I haven't been allowing it to. I just been pushing myself, so that's also very draining because I still never
Yeah.
really regroup from having the episodes.
Right.
And sometimes that's that happens to you spiritually. You get caught in something, and you don't get fully healed from it. You don't get fully, but you just jump right back in. And you know what I'm saying? Like while the healing process is taking process, you're like, okay, I'm healed enough, and then you push yourself back out there, and you weren't supposed to go back out there yet. You
Mm-hmm.
weren't ready yet, and then it's just like so. Next, you come back with a little bit more scars,
Mm-hmm.
or you're easier target this time, or you're easily distracted this time, or you're easier you quick to the temptation
Mm-hmm.
because you went
Mm-hmm.
out there open. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? You went out there with open wounds. They wasn't
Mm-hmm.
healed yet. You weren't
Mm-hmm.
supposed to go out there yet. Now you got some infection that they're trying to get inside there. So it's just like we really got to be mindful. Like you said, you got to take that rest. You got to take that rest spiritually. You got to take that rest physically because it does mess you up, and you can't go. You can't be premature. You
Yeah.
can't be premature. Like, oh, I feel fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. No, God said take 5. If He say take 5 days, then God said take 5 days.
Take 5.
He said 5 days for a reason.
That's what I'm saying. But we're
But
not
no,
listening to God. You know what
no,
I mean? We're trying to do it on our own accord, and God is trying to allow us time for that rest. He's trying to allow us time to heal. He's trying to allow those scars to not be I don't want to call them fleshy, but when you get a scar and you hit it and you're like, "Ooh, that
yes,
still hurt."
yeah,
It wasn't like you said,
mhm,
it wasn't fully healed and we picking at it. We
yeah,
picked the scar
exactly.
off to keep moving.
Or you reopen it, or you make it bleed again. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't ready and it had the proper protection and get the proper barrier on top of it so it can be healed. So that if you did bang it again, you won't feel no pain, or you did bang it again, it wouldn't bleed or anything like that. But we do that, and
Right.
it's
But it says,
unfortunate.
and I while you were talking, it just be aware came to my head. It says, what's the scripture coming in? Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So New International Version, 2 Corinthians 2:11, in order that Satan might not outwit us, for we are not unaware of his schemes. We need to be aware. Because he gonna come anyway.
True.
He can use anyone, anything, any situation to knock us off our game. And you taking them body blows. That's that
Yeah.
whole part of that whole armor. You're taking body blows because
Mhm.
you're just moving and you're unprotected.
Yeah. And that's what's happening. Like today, this is the first time I feel like so drained.
Yeah. I know
I was
that
just
feeling.
like, I
I
was
know
just
that
like,
feeling, sis.
oh, it's just like when I was driving home, it was just like coming to America, you know how you got the world bathers. I was just like, that's how I was. I need a world bather. I need somebody to bathe me. Somebody,
I feel you.
just bathe me,
I feel
please.
you.
That's how I felt. And it's sometimes that's how I feel, especially like, God, just please, God,
Yeah.
please just wash me, cleanse me, Lord. And it's just like, but that's how I felt.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes when you in those places and God, sometimes the only person that can fix it is, well, not even the only person, that's who you need. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
who you
That's what you
need.
need. And you surrender and recognize, God, I
Yes.
need you to do it. I
There
can't
it
wash
is.
myself. God, please wash
Yeah.
me. Bathe me.
Yeah. Yeah. God, take over this situation. Take over me. Like, I need you to heal me, God.
Yes. I
I
told God,
need I need
I
my
told God,
body
stop
to
allowing
feel
me, don't
better.
let me overwhelm myself anymore.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
God, don't allow me to overwhelm myself anymore.
Amen.
Because
Amen.
because I'm a person that's like, oh, I could do it, I could do it, I do it. Or you ask me to do it, yeah, I could do it because I get it done. But not like, Lord, don't let me overwhelm myself any longer.
Amen.
When it start to happen, tell me like say whatever however you got to get my attention to make me stop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Before it becomes something else. So that was a prayer for myself because my I've had some conversations this week and and some of them have been amazing and really, really good because people just like when their relationship with God, new people in God, people that I've been praying for, and God is really moving, and they finally woke up and answered the call, and I'm just
Amen.
like, yeah, like, and it
Yeah.
is other people I'm just trying, helping minister through some things, so doing all the different stuff like that, and then it's like then I take it to God because I don't want to carry none of it. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? Even the happy stuff, because in the happy stuff, it's still some stuff like God, I need you just to keep them on fire, keep
That's
them.
right.
So it's like I give it to God because I don't want to carry it,
That's right.
but because spiritually I know better. Now physically, I got to take all these crosses off my back because I only got one, but I feel like I'm carrying 50 11.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I do.
Like I don't want to do that no more. I want to
Yeah.
physically take off the burdens that I don't need to carry anymore. I gotta physically stop overwhelming myself and creating unnecessary burdens for myself.
Yes. Just
Creating
because you
unnecessary
can do
load.
it does not mean that you should do it or that you really want to do it.
Yeah. And then and also remind yourself like you're not the only person that could do it.
That
You
was
know,
going to be my
you're
next
not the
word.
only
Should,
person.
could. Yes. Thank
You're
you,
not the
Jesus.
only person that can do it. There's other people. If you wasn't here, you wasn't around, who would do it?
Right. We got to learn how to refer people out.
Yes. Yes. You are not the only person that can do it. There's more than one.
Yes. Yes. And if they can't hear it from somebody, God will send them to somebody that they can hear it from as well.
Yeah.
We can't
And
worry
that's
about if they take offense to it or not. It's being real. Hey, I'm not in a not even in a great space, but hey, I'm resting and I need to
and then
just take a
sometimes
moment.
when you doing so spiritually, you think you're supposed to be doing everything
Right.
because you think that's pleasing to God. But if you so burnt out doing everything, then you can't really focus on the main things He needs you to really be doing, or you might just be giving it a little bit of attention because you're doing so much. When He needs you to be giving it a whole lot of attention,
Yeah.
He really needs you to be deep rooted in these particular things. You know what I'm saying? But you so busy like, okay, God, I'll do that for you. Okay, I'll do this. I'll do because you want to be pleasing to God. And it's like, please me by doing what I called you to do.
That's right.
Not doing what everybody keep asking you to do. Please me by doing what I told you to
That's right. That's right. That's a word. That's a
do.
word. That's a huge word.
Yeah,
Do what I called you to do. Not what
yeah,
everybody is looking for you to do because they know you can do this and they've heard you do that and all sorts of stuff. No, do what I called you to do.
yeah. My kid when my kids was younger, right? I used to do, I had five daughters, so I used to always braid their hair, do their hair, stuff like that, and do all different kinds of hairstyles. I learned how to do weaves for my kids. I learned how to do a lot because it's five daughters, a lot of heads. That was money I ain't
Right.
had. So, and I used to always tell my kids, let me tell you something. When you go to school or you go anywhere and anybody asks you did your hair, don't you tell them that I did your hair. Because people when they find out you do hair, that's people coming to you, coming to you, coming to you, coming to you, and it's just like it's no, you don't know. So
Yeah.
my kids would never. They were like my mom. They would always say my mom's in my hair. They would ask my. They would like, she only does our hair. She don't
That's
do
right.
nobody else. my kids started saying that she don't do nobody else's hair, and it's like because it doesn't. Once somebody know how to do something, then everybody and you do it well. Here come everybody. Here
Yep.
come everybody. It's like when people like when you can cook good. You don't
Yeah.
want everybody to know you can cook good because they're
That's
gonna
right.
always want you to cook something.
That's right.
You just be like, no. So it's just the same thing. It's just like, sometimes a church can burn you out because they're using you and they're using your gifts and they're burning you out, but you're not using the way God intended. You're just using them because this you know what I'm saying? You might be not fully operating in the gifts that God wants you to operate because you over here on this board, or you're over here on this board, or you're over here stretching yourself on this board, and you're doing all these different things to fill in the gaps. But the gaps that God needs you to be filling,
Hmm.
they empty.
Right. Sis, I'm going to say it, and I always say it, and you've always heard me say it. Church is a business as well. It's an organization, and they do exploit their members as well.
Yeah,
Unhealthy organizations do exploit their members
yeah.
because
And then
there's very few who are actually going to work, so they overwork the few that are there, not realizing that you're burning them out. They're
yeah.
burnt.
And then my thing is they so busy working. Sometimes they're not getting that relationship time with God the way they need to because
Nope.
they're so busy working. And
Right.
and then they become angry or they bitter or they're not handling people in love. They're not talking to people in love. And stuff like that. Everything's like, oh, I got to get this done for this person. I got to get this done for this person. But what are you getting done for God? What
Right.
are you done for God? You're overwhelmed by doing the work for the building.
Right.
You're overwhelmed by doing the work for the people because you want the people to please. But what are you over? You're not overworked by doing the work for God,
Right.
and that's what it is. So that's why we really got to do. We do got to take a step back, and we gotta find balance. We got to ask God for balance. We got to recognize when we off balance. You just like we got like God. I need you to readjust
Yes.
me. I need a spiritual alignment. Just
Realignment.
like people go
Yes.
to chiropractor, they get readjusted and they get realigned. You got to do the same thing with God. God, I got to come to you. I need a spiritual adjustment. I need a spiritual alignment. I need to realign me because
That's
I'm
right.
off kilter. I'm off balance.
That's right.
So so when and it's necessary to keep that balance always. And it's like it's very important that and instead of our natural going over into our spiritual, it's necessary for us to flip it. We
Yeah.
got to allow our spiritual to flow over into our natural.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh
more
yeah.
the more we are in the spirit, then the more it becomes our part of our daily routine and everything we do.
Yeah.
The two become one as they're supposed to.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? And then and then it's like you'll have that balance because your spirit be like, we ain't doing that,
That's right.
and your body be like, you right and we ain't.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's no
Sis,
argument. It's no
right.
argument.
There's no argument and there's no veering from that.
There's no argument.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's
no
no
veering
pull.
from
There's
it.
no pull. There's no give and take. Your body and your spirit say, okay, at the same time, and you
Yes.
good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But when you off alignment, it's like you pulling yourself this way. You
Yeah.
pulling yourself. You have a tug of war within
Right.
yourself.
Right. And that's why your body is drained. That's why your
Exactly.
body is taking beatings and hittings because all that
Yes.
constant pulling back and forth, that's a
Yeah,
struggle. That's a power struggle.
it is. It is. Who gonna win? Who
Who
gonna
gonna
win?
win?
Yeah.
Who gonna
Exactly.
win? Of course, we're always gonna, like you said, I'm never gonna denounce God. I'm never gonna, you know what I mean, deny God. I will always love Him. But but who gonna win? Because your body can be so hurt sometimes that you forget to pray.
Mm-hmm.
You're not reading your word. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You're not seeking wise counsel.
Very
You
true.
just going through the motions and it's, thinking it's okay. Because for a minute I was just going through the motions, but then when my mind started being like devil was tap dancing on my mind, I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. What? I've come too far to allow him
Tap
to just
dancing
mess my
with your
peace.
headaches.
Too far.
Yeah.
My body is
And
one
what I
thing.
say,
I know what I
restaurant
got to do
days.
because I've been just, process this and all this other stuff just to get through. You know what I mean? Because I work from home now, so I'm just like I actually got to put a snack in. Like you said, I don't feel like cooking. I, that's the
Yeah.
one thing, and I literally just had this conversation. I love the pandemic, like the shutdown and all that other stuff, but the part I didn't like about it is it made me exhausted from cooking. Like I don't want to cook anymore. I don't want to make a full meal, but yet I need a full. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
need a full meal. I don't want to make a full meal. I've been
Listen,
making breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks for 2 years
now
straight every
I
single
don't
day.
ask for a royal bather. I need me a royal chef, and I need me a royal chauffeur. Okay, somebody to
Yes.
drive Miss Daisy.
Yes.
Somebody to feed Miss Daisy.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody to wash Miss Daisy because Miss Daisy over here tired.
Yes. Yes. You telling the truth.
You know what I mean? So
I don't want to do
you
nothing.
know, yes, I
Yeah.
don't,
I know.
and there's just like, and the craziest thing is like when people don't know and they think they know and they think you're not moving, they like, well, you should be doing this, and,
Right.
and they giving you their 2 cents, and then sometimes when you're not in that spiritual in tune alignment with God, when you're not spiritually lined up with your body and your spirit or with God, you like you right, and then you feel guilty about what they said, not convicted by the Holy Spirit, but you're not convicted because somebody thinks that you should be moving when God told your tail to sit down.
Right. Right.
But because people don't see you moving, they don't see you working, you want to prove these people wrong by I'm working, I'm moving, I'm doing, so then you do some more
Nope.
because these people don't said something. Now, same people who ain't really moving, but they're dictating.
Yep.
They dictating your movement
Yep.
and calling it theirs.
Yep.
You know what? So, and God telling you, I told you to sit down. I ain't tell you to move.
Right.
I told you to take a break. You know
Right.
what I mean? I told you to take a sit down because I need you to hear me.
Right.
You can't hear me because your mind is overwhelmed. You can't hear
Right.
me because now you're gonna take on another project that I didn't bestow. I didn't bestow that upon you, but you're gonna no, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We
We
gotta stop.
gotta
We gotta
stop.
stop.
Yep. We
Yeah.
gotta stop. We gotta
Yeah.
stop. But the great thing about it is you recognize your stressor and your trigger, and now you're
Yeah.
going to allow God to mend it, fix it, heal it.
Yeah.
Right.
Very true.
Right. And
Very true.
that's the great thing about it because you don't want to feel like this no more.
Yeah. Very true. I don't. It's just like I haven't felt like this in a long time. So when I
Right.
felt like I was like, oh my
Right.
goodness, oh my Lord. I feel like so drained. And
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, I need to, but I knew that it was already like that, like because I know I don't feel good. So that's another part of the draining.
Right.
Not feeling well, but it was the fact of the matter, like all that was coming down, and then like the coming out of my body, and like okay,
Right.
and then that's why, like I said, when I recognized it, I immediately went into prayer.
Right.
I realized, okay, you need to rest somewhere. You need to sit your tail down. You need to get yourself together,
That's right.
and you need to get yourself right. I
That's
had to
right.
realize that for myself, and then when I did, I immediately went into prayer.
That's right.
I went from like prayer to worry to like crying to God
Yep.
all in one swoop. It's like
Yep.
what I mean, like, but I really did, and I said, God, I know what my stress is, and I'm giving it to you.
Amen. Amen.
I'm giving it to you.
Yeah, and he's
I'm
gonna
giving
he's
it to
gonna
you,
take
and it's just
care of
like
it.
yeah, yeah, very, very. I believe that, and I'm just like, God, just give me a quick recovery.
Yeah.
I need to be rejuvenated, but I need to get my physical. They got to line up again. I need a
Yeah.
spiritual alignment. That's
Yeah.
what it is. I need that balance. I need that balance back because I had it. I
Right.
had the balance, and you know what I'm saying. But I got to get the balance back.
Yeah. Yeah. And you still have it. You know what I mean? It's still there, but you just need, like you said, you need a realignment. You need an adjustment. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Something knocked your body, just like the chiropractor. You know what I mean? You just need a little quick boop,
Yeah.
little reset,
Little jolt.
little
That's it.
jolt. Yeah, a little jolt. And then remember for the next time, Don't let that happen.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Don't do this to yourself no more.
Right.
We're not doing this no more. Enough is enough, you know. So I really do gotta take it. I gotta take the time to sit back and just rest
Yeah.
and be okay with laying there doing nothing.
That's
Like
listen.
not laying there doing nothing. They're like, I really should be doing something. I feel so good to just take a day off. Why?
Why?
Rest. Where you gotta be.
Right.
What you
Right.
gotta do? You ain't gotta do everything. God got a whole lot of service. You is not the only one. Sit down somewhere.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
It's
And
the truth.
it's not that I'm disconnected from anything, but I'm down. I need a break so God can download in me, but I gotta take out what don't belong.
Yeah,
You know what I
listen.
mean? It's like I need a fresh download.
Yeah, yeah. You need a reboot. You got to
Yes,
unplug. Look, like your computer just did. Your computer needed an
yes.
update and then needed another update because it hadn't been
Hmm.
updated in quite some time. You got to
Yeah,
unplug your computer, plug it back in. And
yeah.
like you said last time, sometimes no is the whole answer. Why do we feel like we have to explain to people why we are taking a rest? Why do we feel we have to explain that? I hear my body,
Make them feel better and to know that they don't think that we just being lazy.
but who are they?
Exactly.
Who are they?
That's true.
Are they going to carry you through? Are they going to drive you, chauffeur you, feed you, wash you? Are they doing any of that? No, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Take your
exactly.
rest.
But we have to get to that place. You have to get to that place of that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You have to get to that place that I don't care what people think. You have to get to that place that I'm being obedient to God, and if no, and I don't have to explain if God ain't told it to you, then you like it ain't for you to know.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
He shared who he wanted to share with, but my Peter, I don't have to explain to you what God told me
right,
for me. But you
right.
know, sometimes people make you feel like you have to explain yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, and 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 this is no, not when it's between me and God. I don't have to explain nothing to you.
Right, right. Or if
You
I
know what I mean?
explain it to you,
I'll share. I'll explain to, or you share to who God tell you to,
right,
but not everybody.
right. But
Yeah,
or I'll explain it to you. But if I realize you're not understanding after I explain it to you, that's it.
yeah,
That's all you get.
yeah.
Because I don't have
And
the
some,
energy or the time to get you to understand. Because if you were supposed to understand, you would just understand when I say it.
that's it. If you really understood, I wouldn't have to explain it to you.
That say it.
That's it right there. If
That's
you
it
really
right
understood,
there.
I would not have to explain it to you.
That's right.
You would already know.
Because you would already know. Like your daughter
Exactly.
when she called you, what like what's she was like, what's going on? You
Uh,
okay?
uh-huh.
You know, but you verbalized it, and that's another thing. We gotta verbalize how we're feeling. You verbalize it, you're like, I'm just tired.
Yeah,
I'm just tired.
yeah,
And you need to take a rest. Listen, that Saturday when I was like everything in my body says no, we ain't going nowhere. I was tired and I heard it. After a while, I heard it in my voice and I was trying so hard to be calm and nice and you know what I mean? And just going through the motions. But I heard the tiredness in my voice and I had to literally say, I am tired.
yes.
I am tired. I am tired. I am tired. Then
Went
I
out.
got on my couch. I think I was on the nope. I got in my bed. No, 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 no. I was on the couch. I laid on that couch and watched three or four shows, and then got my energy back. Drank a lot of water, tea, hydrating, all that other stuff. Just over hydrating. And by the end of the night, I felt I got a whole little pep in my step. I was like, yes, but I didn't want that. I didn't want to just because I got a little pep go back to overwhelming myself. So I just kept replenishing, kept refreshing, kept
Yeah,
realigning, kept praying, kept you know what I mean? Because someone told me it takes 3 days for you to hydrate yourself. After you haven't been hydrating, it takes at least 3 days. My sister takes
really.
3 days to get your
Well, then
hydration back to the.
I need 3 days.
You need 3 days.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I need
And
three
in
days.
3 days. Yes. three
I need,
days.
yes. I need that. And the third day, I'm gonna raise up.
And you're
I
gonna
need
raise up.
3 days.
And then
I'm
3 days.
just saying. After that Thursday, I'm gonna be okay. Get them a raise up.
That's right. And you will. I'm telling you.
Yes,
And
we ready.
you're gonna feel, but after you raise up, you gotta keep those boundaries.
That's it. That's it
Keep
right
those
there.
boundaries. I'm
Yeah.
not listen, this year I'm not letting up. My boundaries are my boundaries. And I'm not letting up. And my voice is my voice. And I'm going to keep
Yeah.
speaking my piece
Yeah.
so that I don't feel like I haven't done myself justice. I don't want to do myself a disservice by keeping my mouth closed in things that I should be speaking. I don't want to do myself a disservice by not keeping my boundaries. I don't want to do myself a disservice by trying to make things work that ain't gonna work.
Say that right there. Can't
I'm
do it no more.
kind, I'm peaceful, we're cordial. If I see you, I'll say hello. You know what I mean? All that other stuff, but I'm not trying to make a square peg fit in a round hole.
You
I'm
know
not
that's what I said.
doing it
I'm
because
doing it.
God has already showed me that that's not the path for you.
No, I'm okay being a square peg. I'm good. I don't need to fit in. I don't need to be a part of that. That's very, very true. But at the same time, but also being a square peg, I gotta realize I don't got I'm not meant to do everything.
Honey, and
I
you're not meant to go
just
anywhere. And you want to know what? People aren't meant to just approach you in any particular manner.
say that. Oh, that's it.
And you're not supposed to allow them to just approach you at any direction. They have to come correct.
Very true.
They don't come correct, hey, then I'm not for you.
Listen, let me tell you something. I love my family to death. And when my family, they can pray. My daughters can pray.
Hmm.
But when they go through stuff, they forget that they can pray. Or sometimes, and they just say, "Mom, da da da." So I'm like, my daughter, one daughter's phone, and I didn't see it. I saw she called me, I missed it. Another one just called me, so I'm thinking, okay, what's wrong? Y'all call
Right,
me back to back. Oh, she wants to pray with you for, and I say, you know what I told the other daughter? You got this.
right,
Pray with your sister.
that's
Y'all
right,
can do this. I've heard y'all pray.
right,
My daughters, listen, they are some prayer warriors.
right.
I told them, I said, prayer warriors go through it. That's why you
Yeah,
go through it because you prayer warriors go through it because you pray for other people.
yeah,
Prayer
yeah.
warriors go through because you intercede for others. You stand in the gap for others. So why y'all think y'all go through what y'all go through it? But yeah, pray your way out and pray your way through it. You better the same powerful prayers you pray for other people, pray for yourself.
That's the
You
truth.
got pray for your sister. You got this.
That's the truth.
Because sometimes, what it is? I'm at a season in my life where it's time to remind you who you are or bring you back to your senses of your identity of who God called you to be. No, I'm not going to carry all the traits for you. I'm not going to be the only one praying because if I die tomorrow, you can't call me to pray.
That's right.
You can't
Right,
call me to war. You can't call me to do it. Come on. You know what I mean?
right.
Walk into the identity of who God called you to be.
That's right.
You got it.
That's right.
That's what it all was. Balance.
That's right. Listen, sis, I'm telling you.
Balance.
Listen.
Listen, balance. Sometimes balance means delegated to somebody else.
There
Balance.
you go. There you
That's
go.
it.
Balance. Not meant to be on my
That's it.
scale, not to meant to be on my plate. Let me get this is for you. You can handle that. You can do that. And it's okay.
Exactly.
And it's okay.
Exactly.
Balance is key. Balance is is crucial. It's tough at times, I believe. It's tough because we try to juggle so many balls in the air, but we have to realize that we need to let some of those chips fall where they may and allow people to operate because we're holding them up. Sometimes we can be holding people up because we're doing it.
Exactly. So that's why you got to delegate. Go ahead. You can do that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can do it.
Yeah.
I trust in you. I know you. God trusts in you. I know he trusts you. That's why he instilled in you. Go do it.
That's right. That's
Now
right.
do it. Trust in yourself.
That's right. And then call me
Trust in
later and tell me
yourself.
how it went. That's right. That's right. But even a rest, I've gotten to the point of where I turn my notifications off on my text so that I
Oh,
only
that's
see,
good.
sis, it's been a blessing. So that I only see the text. I only see the text when I actually go into my text message and be like, oh, I wonder who texted me. I wonder if I got any text for the day. And that could be at
Ah,
like 7 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? whenever I have the
Yeah.
time to
When you're
actually
ready to, yeah.
ready to. Yes. So
Yeah.
my texts aren't driving my day.
Yeah, that's how I feel with everybody who got them doggone watches.
Oh,
Is this all that you think you just doing it? I'm like, what are you? I can call for my watch. I can do. So it's like you can't not be distracted.
see how the
It's
world
right
do it?
there. It's right there on your. So you looking at it all day long.
Yeah, that's how the world do it. And T-Mobile actually was. I just talked to them the other day because I called them about my bill, and they were like, "Oh, we got a free watch for you." I said, "I don't want that. I don't want that because then I have to pay for the
Exactly.
service for it, and then it makes my bill go even higher. But I don't want a watch on my arm so I can look at it. I'm just now trying to detox from scrolling on the phone all day. Why would I want to
Yeah.
watch so that I can be stuck looking at my
Yeah.
arm?
Yeah. Or you like you said, everything that pop up, you gotta see it. Like
Yeah.
my thing is, I the other day I just got a notification from Facebook. I had 90 99 notifications that I'm viewed that I ain't checked them yet. Then I had stuff on my Instagram because I haven't been because I was after a while I was like I'm tired of it. I'm just
Yeah.
tired of it.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying I know it's needed for certain things and certain things I'm supposed to be doing on there, but it's sometimes I just don't want to be on there.
That's
So
right.
it's like I have all these notifications on here and they unread. They still sitting there. So it's things that people like you ain't see such and such post. I'm like no, I really don't go on Facebook like that. Like
Right.
the people be thinking like, what you mean? Like I really don't go on there like that. I don't go on all that stuff like that.
Right.
I'm not stuck on social media. Like believe it or not, like I'll be reading my books. Like, you
Right.
know what I mean? Or I'm always reading something else to help strengthen me, to help that's been helping me. Like I read a lot of books that's spiritually.
That's right.
You know, getting myself together in God spiritually. So I don't know. I'm not on social media.
Yeah.
I'm not on it. And I know that's where a lot of different forums are and a lot of different things go on, and I have to go on for that. Um, um, if not, I don't know what's going on. And to be honest with you, I don't miss it.
I was about to say you
So
ain't missing
like,
nothing.
yeah, I really don't. I don't really miss nothing. It's just like sometimes people like, oh, you didn't respond. I was busy.
Right.
I'm not gonna respond in 5 minutes. It
Right.
sometimes it takes time, or you got to think that other people just because you're free doesn't mean that somebody else is
That's
free.
right.
That's a you want people to have balance with you when they
Right.
trying to get balance for themselves.
Right.
And that's the thing. That's what I learned. Like that's how you be unbalanced because people trying to get you to be balanced with them
Right.
when you unbalanced for yourself. You got to find balance within yourself and for yourself, and
Yes.
let those unbalanced people. And you got to tell them you got to do the same. I
Yes.
can't be your balance.
That's right.
I
That's
can't
right.
be your balance. You
That's
need your
right.
own balance. It's like I need my own balance, and I can't have you coming over here stepping on stuff and making me unbalanced. No,
Mm.
I know I need to stay leveled. I need to stay leveled. I
Mm.
can't allow you to pull me down. I can't allow you to put all that weight on me and push me down. Now I'm unleveled. I'm uneven.
Right.
I'm at a different level where I'm supposed to here. You put on that weight on me, so I'm going downward. I don't want to
Yeah.
go down. I'm trying to go up.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't move. You're stuck.
Yeah.
So you're being pulled. Oh man, that made me think about the time when I was at Target and I put 2 cases of water on the bottom part.
Uh-huh.
Now the cart before this was moving great. I had no issues with the cart, but as soon as I put those 2 cases of water on the bottom part, it's like the cart just stopped. And I'm pulling this cart because I had it was full of stuff, like Target has
Uh-huh.
food. So I'm pulling it, I'm
Yeah.
pulling all my food stuff because I'm like, I don't want to get another cart to transfer the food over and then bring it up and then put it in bags.
Yeah.
But to pull that cart, I was like, whoa.
The
Just because I
weight.
put 2 cases of water on the bottom, it made the wheel just lock
Yeah.
up. Lock up.
Yeah. It's
And
too
that
heavy.
that that reminded me of what you
Yeah.
just said. I'm carrying the weight of somebody else that they put on me that wasn't meant to be put on there because I needed to be fixed in that area.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how we mess up at. That's where we mess up at. Rather, that's where we get caught up at, and we can't do that to ourselves, and we can't take on stuff because we don't think somebody else should carry it. No, stuff they should carry it.
Right.
We all gotta carry it.
Y'all
That's the
gotta carry.
reality.
Yes.
We all gotta carry our stuff. I'm not supposed to carry your stuff and my stuff to make it lighter for you. You ain't learned nothing.
That's right.
You ain't learned the lesson that God needs you to learn.
That's right.
And
That's
then you
right.
wonder why you're still stuck in this season because you keep on passing off and on to other people to carry.
Jesus.
No, you're gonna
Jesus.
have to stick it out, carry it.
Yeah.
But as you carry it, there's pain. Look, There's purpose in your pain. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That your pain is for a purpose.
That's right.
It's necessary. You need to learn from it. It's a
Yes.
reason. You got to carry it so you can learn from it. You got to carry it so you can, so you can be taught some things. You can be shown some things. You got to carry it so you can grow.
Yeah.
And it's necessary, but it's yours to carry, and it's gonna help you in the long run, because when you used to have triggers or unbalance, God giving you balance, He's giving you strength where you used to be a sinking sand. Now He's making you a firm foundation.
Yeah.
Like, it's necessary. So we can't be passing off our stuff to other people. We got to carry what's meant for us to carry, but we got to carry it with God.
Yeah. No, you gotta allow God to carry it.
That's true. Very, very true. That's very true. That's better, much better said. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, God carry it, but I'm walking with God while He carrying.
There you go.
Because He guided me. While he carrying, He be like, okay, He carrying it like it's nothing. Where I was
Like it's
dragging.
nothing, and we like it's
Yeah.
heavy bags of rocks.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? And He's carrying it like it was nothing. And He was like, I be trying to tell you all the time, I've been waiting for you. Like, it's so easy.
Right.
Like, you like, Jesus, you carry like it's a pillow, because to me it is a pillow.
That's right.
To me, it's nothing but a feather, but to you it was a heavy load.
Right. Right.
To me, it's nothing.
Right.
That's how He feels. And that's what we got to recognize, and that's what we got to do. And the more you give to God, the less you got to do it. But at the same time, while He's carrying that load for you, He's let Him teach you something.
Yeah.
Let Him show you something. Let Him cultivate you. Let Him stretch you. Let Him grow you. Let Him prune you. Let deal with your pain, but in your pain, listen to what He's saying. You know what I'm saying? Let Him heal you through the pain. Let Him bring you through the pain. Let Him show you some stuff through the pain. And when you see it that particular way, you grow to a different place, and then you start to recognize, like, oh, then He goes, okay, I'm fixing this. So now where you used to be like this, now He's bringing it up like this. So He's trying to even you out.
Right, level you.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's what it is. He's trying to level you, and then he wants your spirit and your body to work together.
Amen. And we gotta allow Him to do it. Yeah.
Allow Him to do it. Allow the balance to come. Lighten your load. Be okay with lightening your load. Be okay of sharing the load with other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Be okay with giving it all to God as it's been intended to be done. Be okay that knowing that you are overwhelmed, but you recognize it and you like, God, I need help. You know what I mean? Even when you feel overwhelmed, don't beat yourself up about it. Be okay with being not okay, so God can make you okay.
That's right.
That's what it all boils down to. Like, sometimes we beat ourselves up because, once again, because we think we're Christians and we're supposed to have it look all together, and we're supposed to look this way for other people. We want to look okay, but we're not okay, so we're ashamed to say something's wrong. No, we got to find balance. We got to find balance. We got to find freedom. We got to be healed. We, as leaders and people, we got to get what we need so we don't be burnt out. So we can be alert for when the attacks come. We can be alert when we need to recognize something. We can be alert when we're supposed to pray and we're supposed to war. We're supposed to do the job that God has called us to do. So in order for us to do that, we got to make sure we get our spiritual and our natural nutrients and exercise that is necessary and needed for us.
Yes, ma'am. And rest. So on that. Yes, on that, rest.
Amen.
Rest. I kid you not, my sister.
Just that.
Yeah.
I would do just that.
Rest.
Amen.
That's your self-care. That's your homework. That's your project. You rest.
I would do just that, my sister.
Yes. Love you. We got it. I love you. Just rest. It's real talk. So hey, listen. We can't tell people to do it if we don't practice it ourselves. So rest.
Exactly. I gotta be the example. I gotta be the example. So that means I gotta do it in order to be the example.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So you can help somebody 100%. Through it.
Yes. And show somebody how they can rest too.
Ooh, sweet Jesus. I love it. You've been listening to Fridays with Ty on Shift the Narrative podcast. Listen, I pray one day you'll see the need to shift the narrative in your mind. Not for anyone else, but for yourself. Because you are worth it. I am thankful and grateful for each and every one of you that has joined us today and every day. As always, I'm your host and fellow freedom fighter, Tyria. We will see you again, and thanks for listening to Fridays with Ty on Shift the Narrative podcast. Be free, y'all. Be free.